Hey, I'm Sim, how are ya? I have another one of those sneak peek videos to my Simple Keto video course, so check it out. This time, it's about the benefits of ketosis, the many benefits, and why you should do the ketogenic diet at least once. Welcome to lesson 3 of module 1. We'll go through the benefits of ketosis and why you should go on a ketogenic diet at least once. Let's go. The most obvious advantage is increased fat burning. Eating carbohydrates will make our body secrete more insulin. When this hormone is elevated, we're more prone to storing rather than burning fat. If it's constantly high, we'll never be able to actually tap into using our own fat sources. Moving on. The byproducts of glucose metabolism are advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. They promote inflammation and oxidative stress by binding a protein or lipid molecule with sugar. It causes glycation that speeds up aging and can cause diabetes. This doesn't happen when you're burning clean fuel, like quality healthy fat. And also, constantly elevated blood sugar levels are associated with nerve malfunctioning, high morbidity, bacterial infection, candida, cancer progression, and Alzheimer's. The number one food for tumors is sugar. Eating keto foods prevents the accumulation of excess glucose in the blood, which leads to the cellular suicide of cancer. However, if you still eat bad keto foods, you may still get diabetes and disease. That's why it's important to start a well-formulated ketogenic diet and eat the right type of foods, which we'll cover in future lessons, so stick around. Ketosis reduces natural hunger to a bare minimum and it regulates appetite. This is so because the body is able to generate energy from both the adipose tissue and dietary fat intake, which is incredibly satiating. Our body is made to burn fat. Ketones are like the super fuel above both glucose and free fatty acids. As you can remember, they can produce 25% more energy and they will cover 75% of the brain's energy demands. Ketosis for health. Because fat molecules have twice the amount of calories than carbohydrates, they get digested a lot slower. Unlike sugar that gets burnt up easily, ketones move steadily and provide long-lasting energy. This also prevents any rise in blood sugar from taking place, which happens after consuming something with a high glycemic index. Following a low carbohydrate, high fat diet has been proven very effective against a lot of the diseases people struggle with. Reduction in triglycerides, increase in HDL cholesterol, the good one, and drop in blood pressure and insulin levels. All of these prevent heart disease, diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. What about the advantages of ketosis for fitness? Insulin resistance happens in the case of consuming too many simple carbohydrates and being constantly on a blood sugar rollercoaster ride. Even the most athletic of individuals can become diabetic, and a lot of professional athletes actually are. The maximum amount of glucose our body can store is about 2000 calories, approximately 400 to 500 grams of carbs in the muscles, 100 to 150 grams in the liver, and about 15 grams in the blood. Once those carbs run out, then more fatty acids are produced. Even though this is the point where you start burning fat, it only happens to a certain degree if you're on a standard American diet. To still get some form of glucose, the body will also begin to break down a bit of the protein in muscles and organs to create sugar. The reason is that it's not that adapted to primarily using ketones. To prevent this from happening, a person would need to be constantly adding in more carbohydrates to fuel their exercise. In ketosis, however, the main source of energy is significantly bigger. Even the leanest of people with 7% body fat carry around more than 20,000 calories with them at all times. Refeeding for more glucose isn't necessary because there's always some fuel available on your own adipose tissue. This also preserves muscles and other vital organs from being catabolized. The ketogenic diet has become very popular amongst endurance athletes, especially ultrarunners and Ironman triathletes, who have to perform at a high level for extreme durations. By carrying around their own fuel on their bodies, they can tap into an abundance of energy. For instance, Sami Inkinen and his wife Meredith Lowring rode across the Pacific Ocean from California to Hawaii in 45 days, while following a low-carb, sugar-free, high-fat ketogenic diet. It is also used in strength sports such as powerlifting and gymnastics, where the intensities are a lot higher. In my own experience, I haven't noticed any negative side effects of ketosis after proper adaptation. We'll cover how to work out on keto the right way in one of the future modules. But what about keto and cognition? There's a big difference between being high on keto versus sugar. When we eat sugar, we release a lot of the feel-good chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin. As you can see, the brain's reward system lights up the same way on sugar as it does on hard drugs. In neurological terms, binge eating and drug addiction are the same thing. Sugar cravings are caused by an energy crisis in the body. If the brain doesn't get access to fuel, it will try to motivate you to find something to eat. However, if you've plugged into your largest fuel tank, your own body fat, then you won't experience these cravings at all. That's why people lose their sweet tooth completely when on a low-carb diet. By avoiding carbohydrates, we also avoid the ups and downs of blood sugar. When our brain is satisfied, our cognition has the opportunity to flourish. We can think more clearly. On a fat-burning metabolism, we can think and have less disruptions. Keto and sleep. If we run out of glucose in the middle of the night, then we will become hypoglycemic, which is characterized by low blood sugar levels. If you have a constant stream of energy, then it also means that you don't need to recharge as much, and you can sleep better. This way we can go through full sleep cycles and we can actually enter the deepest stages of recovery where all the magic happens. During my own periods of ketosis, I've gone through the entire night like a log without ever waking up. Sleep is one of the most important things for building muscle, getting stronger and burning fat. What you will also see is that you get less tired overall when on keto. Physical activities become less demanding and your endurance will increase by default. All of these benefits are the reason why you should try a ketogenic diet at least once to reignite these pathways. It will give you high-end physical as well as cognitive performance and is incredibly healthy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I still have some discount codes for 60% off for the Simple Keto video course, so you definitely have to act fast before they run out. Thanks for watching, make sure to like, subscribe. My name is Sim, stay simple, stay empowered.